Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. Pardon the stupid parrot in the background. He's in a yelling mood this evening. I'm going to share real quick here on Facebook, just for anybody out there that wants to tune in. All right, there we go. Get all these plastics out of the way here. Oh, hey there, Rob. How you doing, buddy? Hey there, Don. What's up, dude? Hey, Rodney. How you guys doing this evening? Hey, Swamp Pick. Long time no see, buddy. Hope you're doing good, man. I haven't run into you in a while. I was just thinking about you the other day driving uptown. I'm like, man, I wonder what he's been up to. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Hey there, sis. Oh, hey, Jake, how you doing, buddy? Happy Sunday to you too. I hope you guys are all having a great week. Lots of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of things going on right now in the state of Michigan, and I know it's going nationwide. There's an awful lot of things. It seems like a lot of stuff opens up around the same time nationwide. So, hey there, Josh. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Neil. Oh, good duck opener in the Wago. Cool, man. Yeah, I wish I could have made it out. It looked like a nice morning. Hey, George. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I didn't get out yesterday for the, kind of an oddball thing, but I was wiener dog sitting. you know, I was watching a wiener dog for somebody. So, hey Jason, how you doing, buddy? Hope you've been doing good too, man. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Duck season just opened up yesterday, along with raccoon season, which I did not know was opening up so soon. So, yeah, coon opened up. Actually, coon opened up last weekend. It opened on the first. I forgot I haven't been live with you guys in a week, but coon opened the same day as bow season. So, lots of stuff going on. Thanks, dude. I'm a swinger on the weekends. You can get that on my website if you're into metal detecting. Appreciate that, Brad. Oh, I wasn't even on last. Well, that's what you mean. Gotcha, Johnny. Yeah, I didn't even get to go deer hunting. I didn't plan it last weekend anyway because it was so dang hot, and I don't have. I never have the money to take it to a processor. There's no way in heck I could afford that. So I have to do it myself. And you know as well as I do that when it's 80 degrees like it was, or even hotter than 80 degrees, I would have had to do that deer up the moment I got it home, and that sucks. I like to let them hang for a couple days, and I mean, sure, I could have really quickly cut it up and threw it in the fridge, but that's not fun either. So, but it's perfect now if the weather could cooperate, because now it's the right temperatures, but it's also 40-mile-an-hour winds and raining every day. And ugh. Hey there, Bob. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, way way too hot for anything, really. Hey there, Rick. Hope you guys are doing good. Tell Oliver I said hey. What's up, Alex? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, lots of stuff to talk about though, guys, tonight. I'll also be doing my drawing, my free giveaway for those of you that are patrons. I'll be doing that. I did have to go through the list though before I got on tonight because I didn't realize how many there are not that many patrons now. So thank God I went through that because I got to make it fair for people that are still patrons. So I went through, deleted a whole bunch of people that were on there that weren't still actually being a patron, and now the list is back in order, and there's only, I don't know, I think there's 30 people total. So yeah, it's a pretty good odd to win something, 1 out of 30. Good, I'm glad you're doing all right, Bob. God, no, Jason, not at all. The salmon are in the river, yes, but are they biting? No. They've got one thing on their mind right now, and it's definitely not fit to bite anybody's stuff. I'm waiting for the Atlantics to come in. That's not going to be long. Good day to be a duck. Yeah. Yep. That's for sure. Hey Steve, how you doing, buddy? Uh 350 Buckmaster versus 30-30. Cool, man. Yeah, it was a decent week for me, like Well, you guys seen, my birthday show stuff. I should have had the gun here with me to show you, but I do have a new shotgun now. It was actually passed on to me by my brother-in-law there. And I really appreciate that, Jack. He passed down a really nice Remington. It's better than what I even wanted. So I'm really excited and I can't wait to get out duck hunting with it. Like I said, though, see, I don't have the nice duck hunting clothes. I don't have the nice waterproof jacket and all that stuff. So for me, when it's pouring rain, it is miserable. So yeah, I'm not going out in this weather. I'm waiting for something a little better. But yep, sure is. Good guess, Jason. Yep, the 1187 Premier. It's a beauty. It's got a gold trigger too. Croton, there you go, buddy. Yeah, it's really cool because I wanted, I was really wanting to get that 870, but the 1187, I'd never even seen it, and man, it's better in my opinion. So I'm really excited. Yep, got a replacement. So yeah, really happy about that, and it's a beauty, man. It's a gorgeous gun. I'll show it on here next weekend. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, I'm happy, and it's something that I can, it's not just a gun from a gun shop. It's something that I can actually hold on to and keep that. It's got a memento to me, so I like that. Rain for a week. Yeah, it sucks because it's supposed to rain now almost all this week. That's something I want to talk about too because I don't know what kind of content I'm going to be able to do this week. It is going to be nasty. It's supposed to be windy every day, rainy every day. I do have a really good video coming out on Wednesday though, guys. I'm really excited about that. If you took a look at the thumbnail tonight, you'll see me and Rick holding up those big perch. We had a stellar day out on the lake where we went out and we were able to sight fish and catch jumbos. I mean, we caught a bunch that were between 10 and 12 inches. It was awesome. We ended up with 33 perch and a lot of really nice ones. So I'm going to show you tonight too while I'm on. I'll show you what I'm using. That way, you guys that are live, I like to kind of um, favor you guys over the rest because you actually get on here and chat with me. So I'll give you guys the opportunity to see how I rig my stuff and what I'm using and all that too. So, oh, I sure will, sis. Absolutely. Oh, the 870 is awesome. Yeah, yep. That's why I shot one for most of my life, and I really wanted one, and I didn't end up. I just couldn't get one, but um, this gun's really awesome. I'm gonna pound the birds with it. Um, One thing, I've got my jig box here. I don't have the exact one I was using the other day, but I'm gonna show you guys what I've been using and how I like to rig them. There's two different ways. Okay, for the most part, we've been jigging and just mostly vertical jigging off the side of the boat. We've only been fishing, doing our best between probably 4 to 7 feet of water. And as long as you can find some weed beds and stuff, and don't think this is only on the lake that I'm on because I can use I use the same techniques and the same skills that I learn on one lake, and I'll take it to another lake and I'll pound them just the same. You always got to keep it in your head that fish are going to do darn near the same things in one lake that they do in another. So if you've got that magic tip in the back of your mind that you do good on one lake, take that to another. Start out first with that, and if it don't work, then you can play around with other stuff. But I'm going to show you here quick what I use. And the other day, now I've been using these a lot this season, and I'm really excited. I did not try these last ice season at all because I thought these were a little too big for an ice fishing bait. I don't think so. I think this winter I am going to destroy big perch and crappie on these things. It's going to be nuts and walleye. This is the Bonita by Freedom Baits, and this has been what I really been doing good on off the boat. But I've been using that and a disco ball by Widowmaker Lures. Now the disco ball I like because it's got a long shank Aberdeen. It's not like your normal tungsten jig where it's got a short hook. It's got a longer hook. But all I do is I run that, I thread it on like I would a worm. You want that baby on there nice and straight and as even as you can get it. I mean, fish don't really care that much, but as far as your presentation, it goes best if it's on straight. So this right here, guys, is the perfect duo. The disco ball jig and the bonita, man, this thing, and it stands up too. The disco ball, when it hits the bottom, it's going to stand. You're pounding that bottom, that minnow and the tail on this thing is going to be down there just a wiggling away. And any fish out there that likes to eat a minnow hammers these bonita. I am very stoked to be using these. They're really awesome, and it's going to be a fun winter for sure. These things are going to tear it up, especially paired with this disco ball. I'll be using these through the ice just as I am right now. But right now, like I said, I'm using these just vertical jigging off the side of the boat, not pounding it like I would walleye, but I'm real lightly, and I like to just slowly let that tip drop when I'm dropping it back down instead of just letting it free fall, because that'll actually freak the fish out. But if you slow drop it, a lot of times they're going to smack it on that drop. So it works a lot. Works really great. 1100 only jam if not cared for. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've heard great things about this 1187. I haven't heard anything. I've only heard good things, especially about jamming. I haven't heard anything bad about that. So, hey Heidi, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. I hope you, Joe, and the pup are doing great. Two salmon at the mouth. There you go. Nice. Cool, Johnny. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be nice, guys. This winter, especially with the bonita, I'm pumped to be using this. It's gonna work out great, and right now it's working good too. So if you get the chance and you're looking to go get some perch, it's great perch fishing between now and freeze up. Don't think you got to get it right. Don't think the fishing's only good at this moment. Perch are pounding right now, and they're trying to get fat for winter. So are all the other panfish. This is the best time of year to get out and fish. Okay, I know it's hard to step away from the deer stand or the duck blind or the trap line, but I'm telling you, fall fishing is just as good, if not better, than spring fishing. These fish are really trying to fatten up for winter, so make sure you get out and make sure you get out and get some of these baits because they work really good. Also, something I want to mention before I forget, I am running a sale right now, site wide on my website for all my pounders, which are also great for fall fishing, especially fishing them slow. For the pounders and the any of the ice fishing lures, it's pretty much a pre-sale slash end of season sale. 20% off everything. Don't need a code. You just go in there, you buy. You'll see right there. It tells you the prices are down. 20% down on everything. I'm trying to sales have been slow this month, and I've got to not only build up sales, but I figured people want to stock up for winter and all that. So, yeah, make sure you hop on there for that. Get what you need to get gone for the season. Boyne City, okay. My taxidermist, Alex, it's Mountable Memories. He's on the end of just about all my videos. Actually, is on all my videos. So, but his name's Matt Shimming. Mountable Memories. Hey Rob, how you doing, buddy? What's up, Ben? Hey there, Mike. What's going on, dude? All right, now I'll show you. I want to talk about another technique that we did the other day. When we were on Venetton getting these jumbo giant perch, one thing I noticed, and this was very strange, I've never seen the fish do this, but all the big perch and just the big perch were coming in and they had their noses down to the bottom and their tails up in the air. So I don't know if they were feeding on the I don't know if they were just feeding off of bugs that were on the bottom or what was going on, but it was neat. And it wasn't just one or two. They were doing this all afternoon. Little pods of these jumbo perch were just stacked up here doing that. And what we tried doing, which some of it worked the way I just showed you with the bonita and the disco ball, but also, nope, they weren't eating eggs because there's not, this is in the lake, so there's not nothing spawning or anything right now, and all the other eggs would have been hatched by now. Hey Terry, yeah, he does a great dude. Waterfowl is his best. He's been doing them forever. Hey there, Scott. But something we had to do the other day when you drop that bait down, by the time that bonita hit the bottom, they would start coming up for it, but as soon as it hit the bottom, they would just go away. It didn't matter if he jigged it, they would look at it, but they would back away. So Rick decides to put on a slip bobber and just a slip bobber rig set up with plastics and stuff. Look, those fish did not want that bait on the bottom. So all it took was that slip bobber to help keep it up off the bottom a hair. And I'll tell you what, it was game on. As soon as we did that, you'll see in the video, it was just absolutely nuts. And it was one after another with big fish. I'll show you right now what I was doing. I actually have the ones here that I was using too. So now this is by far my favorite freedom bait. That is called the Frog Man, for good reason. It looks like a little bitty frog. Now, this right here, you guys, if you watched my ice videos, you've seen me kill it. The Frog Man works great all winter and all spring and summer and fall. Just killed it. They also have Widowmaker has tungsten shrimp. Now, these tungsten shrimp are just a great jig for fishing under a bobber, especially. I think they work great for that. I wouldn't jig them on the bottom so much because they're not really made for that. They're made for more of a vertical presentation. But same thing, I rig it so that it's on straight. Only difference is you don't really, it's got a small hook, so you don't have to put it very far up the hook. But you rig this puppy on there like it's straight, it'll hang like this underneath your bobber. And I'll tell you what, this is all it took, guys. We put this down below a slip bobber. We were jigging this thing only 6 or so inches off the bottom where those perch were just in the slamming mode, and it was great. They were killing it. So, yeah, this worked out really awesome. Again, make sure Freedom Baits and Widowmaker Lures, those two just epic companies. And not just saying that because I'm with them. If you watch my videos, you see they work. That's all I've been using. And I think it's funny. A lot of people that comment on my stuff must not watch the videos because they'll be like, "You're not using any live bait at all." If you watch it, you'll see that I'm not. I never do. There's no need for live bait. These things work so good, you don't have to. So salmon are running in Alpena. Yeah, I figured they're gonna be up at all the dams right now. The only problem I have with Alpena is most of those guys are snagging, and there are a lot of jerks at Ninth Street Dam. But yes, the salmon are up there for sure. King jumped over the cement pier in Oscoda. Huh. Water must have been really high or something for him to do that. I thought the water was down. All right, have a good night, Josh. Thanks for hopping on, buddy. Free Willy. Yeah, could you show us your vintage wiggle warts? You must be talking about those Hottentots, I take it? I do love wiggle warts too, but I don't have very many of them. Those are my favorites, but I don't have many. But I do have the whole case of Hottentots. I can definitely show them. Thanks, Rob. Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun video with the dogs. That was a good time. But I'll tell you that the Wednesday's perch video that you guys are gonna see, we just destroyed it. Those fish were awesome. We caught so many really big perch, and it was one after another. And I know this time of year when it gets that way, you can go out there day after day and do that. I mean, it's stacked up with them, and it's like that on any perch lake right now. Same thing too, guys. You got to get into the shallow waters. The temps right now, especially from here on out, they are dropping like crazy. We've got a high in the 40s this week. We've got a lot of highs in the 50s and lows in the low 40s. It's getting cold, and that drops the temps really fast of that water. Those fish don't like that. They move into the shallows to get into the warmer temps, especially fish like panfish and perch and that. Trout, obviously not. They like their cold water. But perch and panfish and bass and pike and all that, you really want to get in the shallows right now. And when I say shallows, I'm talking 3-4 feet of water. Anywhere that you would normally catch your fish in the springtime is hot for fish right now. That's where they're going to be. They know that if they go there, the weeds are still there. The weeds have not all died off yet. Some of them have, but there's enough weeds right now to have all kinds of bugs around them. If you get on those shallow water weed beds, those fish are going to be stacked in there feeding up for winter. So, and fish them just like you do for winter. I'm telling you, you get out there with some tungsten and some plastics, you'd be amazed. You really would. That's all it takes. Yeah, there's still a ton, Mike. That dam gets stupid with guys. It does. For such a small area, it gets bad. Make sure if you guys haven't already hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. I see I got 52 of you watching and only 15 thumbs up. I'm gonna do my giveaway here in a minute. Now, like I said too, guys, if you want to get in on the giveaways, I do a free giveaway every month. Well, it's not really free, but for anybody that donates to the channel through Patreon, if you go to Patreon, my link is in the description every week. Go there. You can put in $1 a month if you want, whatever you do. Any donation going into the channel gets you the chance to win some stuff. I give away packages of things. I'll do the giveaway here. Like I said, I got rid of a bunch of people tonight because there was a lot of people on here that aren't actually still part of it. So now it's cleared up. It'll be a better chance for you guys to win that are still going. Port Sanilac. The I mean the coho for sure. There's hundreds of coho in the river, but oh yeah, yeah, the 1940 quarter. We had so much fun. I mean, we dug a lot of great stuff. It's been an epic season right up until freeze up. So it should be good. All right, let's get this out of the way here. It's probably going to make me watch a stupid ad. Usually does, like a video game ad or something. Because I can't afford to pay for this app. Yep, tennis app. Oh yeah, I'm definitely bow hunting because, like I said earlier, it's been way too hot, and then when the heat did go away, it's been windy and raining, and that's not any good. Here we go. All right, let's see who wins for this month. Art Martin, congratulations, Art. I don't know if he's on tonight. Surprised Jared's not. He's usually on here, but congratulations to Art Martin. I message him a lot on Facebook anyway, so I will let Art know for sure. But yeah, I will definitely be bow hunting. I'm a little mad because I waited too long to check out those new broadheads. Something happened with my bow. It had to have because I have the bow sighted perfectly, with target tips, and as soon as I put that broadhead on, it shot so far into the bottom right corner every time, and that just ain't right. I mean, there's something off. So I'm gonna be shooting with my compound. Actually, I got it right here because I was just shooting it the other day. I'm not gonna get it down, make a mess, but I've got a Parker compound up there that Rich gave me last season. So I'm excited to get out and shoot with that because I hunted with a compound bow for most of my life, and well, obviously because the crossbows haven't been legal all that long, but I hunted with the compound for most of my life, and I'm really good with them. So I was out shooting with that the other day, and I'm dead on with that. So that's what I'm going to be using. But yep, yep, you're still on there, Rob. I shoot mechanicals, Jason. I like to shoot uh, the rage, but I like to shoot the rage ones. They open up nice. I have never ever had a problem with them. I've been shooting rage now for at least 7 years, 7, 8, maybe longer than that. I don't know, but I've been shooting rage for a long time, and I've never ever had a problem with them opening up. And they sure make a hole. These things go through and make like a 2-inch hole, so it's pretty awesome. And you don't lose a dang deer with these either. I'll tell you. I mean, I'm sure you could if you made a really bad shot, but you make a good shot with these, and the blood just rips through them. So yeah, I absolutely love it though, and yeah, I've never had a problem. Didn't open with one of the old style, Bob, because I know they've perfected it over the years, and like I said, I have not. I've actually got two different ones here. They're both 125 grain, but um, yeah, this one's actually the one I shot one with last year, and I love them because they're so sharp. I could shoot. I have shot deer twice with them. I can use them 2 to 3 times without those blades getting dull. Basically, they're good until you hit a tree with them or something, um, or if they get bent up real bad or something in the deer. But I do really like the Rage. Like I said, they shoot straight. That's what I like about them. They're lightweight and they shoot. To me, they shoot just as true as a dang field tip, which is what's needed. I need something like that. So dang field tip, which is what's needed. I need something like that. So Jason, yep, those ones are flying dead on. So but that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to mention the name of the company because I'm not going to slander them. They're good people. He's actually going to come up here probably a month or so and see what's going on with it. So maybe I had a bad batch or something, but yeah, they just weren't flying right. Hey there, Mark. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing good, man. Hopefully you've been able to get out and do some fishing. It's been pretty done telling these guys, the pan fishing right now is insane. Hey there, Jen. How you doing? I know it's been a while. I Last weekend I took it off because I knew that a lot of which it's funny because I do this real quick because there are some dumb people out there. Y'all know this. I had some people get after me for not getting on, and they were people that never get on here anyway. So I'm like, it doesn't make any sense, like you're gonna yell at me, but you don't even go on. So, but yeah, I took it off because I knew a lot of the people would be bow hunting because I know most people that bow hunt, they're going to go pay to have it done somewhere. They're going to take it to a shop that's got a nice cooler and all that stuff they can hang it in. I don't have that. I do everything at my house. And with those 80-degree temperatures, the second, I bet you I'd be lucky if I could split that deer open and start gutting it before I had maggots. Definitely wouldn't even get it home without having maggots. So no thanks. I don't want to risk messing up my deer just because of content. I know I can wait it out. And like right now, we've got perfect temperatures. If it wasn't for this 40-mile-an-hour winds and even 20, deer, especially the smart ones, the big bucks and that, they don't want to move in those windy days because they can't hear. It takes away their main source. They need to hear their trouble coming, and they can't hear predators. They can't hear you. So wind's never good. Maybe if you're in the deep woods, which my buddy Ryan and me were going back and forth about it the other day. He hunts in the deep woods, which you're doing that. Yeah, the wind is cut off. But me, I'm hunting field edges, and that's about as bad for wind as it gets. It rips through the field. So maybe Bob, but I don't know because I like that one crossbow I shot last year. That's one of those really fast ones, and I shoot Rage with that, and I mean it's flying, but it definitely opens up, and um I mean maybe I guess if you could have hit a soft, if you hit nothing but soft spot in a deer, there is that chance that it could have just hung up, but the way it's supposed to go is if it clips anything going into that deer, if there's a bone or anything in the way, that baby opens up and just rips through it. I absolutely love them. Oh yeah, yeah, 6 inches. Yep, yep. Big difference, man. That's all it took because, like I said, those fish did not want to commit to anything right on the bottom, even though they were staring at the bottom. That's not what they wanted. They wanted if there was anything jiggling above them, they went at it so fast and fierce. It was nuts. We caught so many really big ones in a short period of time the other day. It was insane. So sometimes that's what you got to do. Play with things while you're out. Never I see too many guys that get stuck on the same thing just because it's worked in the past, and they're just too proud to change it. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a way to not have a good day of fishing. If one method is not working, change it up. Don't be afraid to change it up. Try something crazy. You just never know. Sometimes the slightest change can make a world of difference and change you from coming home with a couple fish to a limit pretty quick. So yeah, mosquitoes last weekend were stupid. Yep. I know that because not even from hunting, just from trying to walk around the woods, and no, it was bad. It was miserable. Probably a fluke. Probably. Yeah, that they do fly. That's what I like about them though. They fly perfect. Yep, there's nothing I got nothing bad to say about Rage. Never had a problem. Yeah, skeeters that I can't imagine for you guys that did go out because I mean, you can't even stay still if you wanted to, you know? I mean, I don't think the strongest man out there could have stayed still with all them. I mean, it was so hot, those mosquitoes and bees even. I mean, everything was out. I was seeing I was seeing monarch butterflies flying around, and that's not normal for this time of year. It's so cold, they should be gone. Me and Rick were out walking. There was freaking frogs all over, turtles. I caught a snake the other day. Well, I mean, ugh. Oh, geez. Snort laughing. She was tattling on you is what she was doing. Taos River. Oh, they definitely have to be running, Mike. They've been running for over a month now. So yeah, they've been in the river systems for over a month. They're definitely in there. If I'm seeing, I mean, we've been seeing hundreds of them up here. If I'm seeing them up here, they've already been in the Taos River because they go down there just before us. So yeah, they're definitely going to be in the Taos. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it, man. I try. Ticks, yeah. I'd never. I get lucky this time of year. I'd never get a tick this time of year. But hey there, Dean. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Kurt. How you doing, dude? Deer hunting in the South. Yeah, I can't, dude. I can't imagine it. I know a lot of those guys are switching to those thermocell systems and all that to help fight off the mosquitoes, but that's got to be just horrible, especially for scent protection. You know, trying to keep. I can't imagine because I know if I sprayed myself with some bug spray, the deer would be sniffing me from a long way away. So one big thing I should mention right now, if you haven't hit that thumbs up, I appreciate it if you do. But also, guys, next weekend I will start coming on here at 8 o'clock instead of 7, just for everybody that does want to be in the woods. I only came on tonight at 7 because I didn't give a warning, and also because it was such a nasty day in our state that I didn't think a lot of you would be out hunting. So I felt it was safe to hop on tonight. But next weekend it'll be 8 o'clock from now on Sundays, and that's just to help out with the hunters, even myself. That way I can go out and hunt and not have to worry about not making it back in time. So, and it'll give me stories to tell you guys from the woods. So yeah, 8 o'clock, guys, from now on, at least until we get into spring and time change and all that good stuff again. So the no seums. Oh yeah, I've heard that down there. Yep. Was it really, Mike? I've heard so many good things about them. I always wondered. I haven't tried them, but hmm. I should have done this because I didn't know there'd be this many of you on tonight. Um, I maybe I'll do it next weekend. Don't hold me to it yet. I'm gonna be auctioning off my last year's ice fishing rod, which was it's an epic ice rod. If you watch, it was the one I used all last ice season. If you watch last season, it is the best panfish rod that I've ever had in my life. So I'll be auctioning that off soon. I am going to be getting a couple new rods here soon from a new company. I'm not going to mention it just yet. I'll leave that as a secret, but as soon as I get them in the mail, I'll be showing those off to you guys. And but for now, yeah, I'll be auctioning off my rod from last year here soon, just because I don't want to rep them anymore for any way that I can really. So, but it is a really good rod, and I mean I caught more fish with it because of how sensitive that tip was. I mention it in a million of my videos. It got rid of the need of a spring bobber. It gave me I could see and feel so many more hits on that because of how sensitive that was. But the company I'm going with right now, it should be the same dang rod or even better. So uh, Yeah, but I want to throw that out there, guys. I will be auctioning off that ice rod maybe next weekend. I wanted to wait till it got a little colder, but yep, it's going to be getting dark earlier here soon, before too long. But I also want to do it because, if I am out deer hunting and I shoot one, that really sucks because then I got to rush in. I mean, it's getting dark earlier now, really, because it's already pitch black out there, and it's only 7:30. But if I were to shoot a deer, it's right at that haze. Actually, I could have shot a deer probably 10 minutes ago. If I would have shot one and then I had to rush back and get with you guys, that would have sucked. So, yeah, it's going to be better for everybody that hunts, including myself, if I start going on at 8. I do it every year. I did it last year too, so nothing new. Used it all last week deer hunting. That's cool. And it worked, Scott. Like you didn't have the skeeters all around you. Okay, thank you, Rodney. I'll go back through. Yeah, I don't blame anybody that's not a patron anymore. I mean, I just appreciate those of you that can be. It means the world. You guys, trust me. I might even I'd probably be homeless if it wasn't for you guys helping me out, and that is not a joke. That is not a joke. If it wasn't for the help of you guys, I don't know where I'd be right now. So I do want to thank you guys on that. But I did see that a lot of the patrons that weren't no longer patrons, it just showed that the bank cards were not working anymore. So I mean, for all I know, a lot of you probably don't even know that it's not even working anymore. So the length of that rod, Kurt, I'm pretty positive it was a 32. I'm pretty sure that's what it was a 32. Well, that sucks. Yeah, and the bees, man, I'm sure they were pretty wild this week too. So, but right now, guys, duck season it's already kicked off, which I am pumped because duck season is. If I could pick one thing to do in the fall, it would be a fight between duck hunting and trapping, but I would probably go with duck hunting. If I could just hammer down and do one thing in the fall, it would be duck hunting. That is my favorite thing. And it's starting this year. I'm not going to run as long of a trap line as I did before because I do want to put in more time on the waterfowl this year. I want to put just get more waterfowl content out there for you guys. The waterfowl hunts are pretty exciting. There's a lot of shooting. There's a lot of great drop shots, getting to see the birds fall. I mean, it just makes for some good stuff. And with the way I'm running two cameras now, I know I could get some really impressive shots. So it's going to be a good thing. But I am going to run traps. I was hoping to start coon trapping last week, but with the temps being the way they are, same reason behind the deer, I still have to bring those coons home and skin them. And I don't want to go out there. I have to skin them out in the open air. They will be covered in maggots while I'm fleshing them and everything else. It's not going to be good. So I'm just holding off. In fact, I think I may even wait until around November 1st to start because that's when water season opens as it is. I can go out, I can get beavers, muskrats, mink. I can get all that stuff together while I'm hammering the coons. I'm going to focus on coons this year just for the fun of it. But I will be trapping pretty hard for a week or two. Nothing like last year where I went for a couple months. I'm going to go pretty short this year, but I'm going to also focus though. Early November is when a lot of the Atlantics start coming in good. So I'm going to be fishing Atlantic salmon while I'm running the trap lines for a week or so. So I should have a lot of cool content. Oh man, I'll tell you, the duck and goose hunting is way, way more fun than deer. Way, way more fun. I mean, deer are interesting. It's very cool to see them. It's cool to see all the fights and to hear the grunts and the bleats and just to see everything that's out there. But I'm telling you right now, it's really hard to beat the excitement of duck hunting because it's almost you're guaranteed every day to have something crazy go on while you're duck hunting. Whether it's a bunch of flocks of birds coming in at once, or the sound of almost sounds like airplanes buzzing right over your head early in the morning. Anybody duck hunts knows exactly what I'm talking about. Um, all that stuff adds up to making just a really awesome day. And you might not get that deer hunting. I've had a lot of days sitting out deer hunting where this is absolutely nothing. Be no different than sitting at home reading a book, to be honest. But ducks, always something cool going on, and there's always a bunch of birds in the air. I mean, it's a guarantee. So it ain't like waiting on that one buck. There's always something going on. FB1 or FB? Oh, the Freedom brands. Is that what I tried? I think I did last year. I bought some new traps last year, and I'm pretty sure they were Freedom brands. They had the big flat piece on the back that you had to push. I didn't like them. They were supposed to be easier to set, but they were actually a whole lot harder. They're strong. I'll give them that. There ain't nothing getting out of that trap, but it was not easy to set. I like my Dukes, especially because for ease of use, I can set that Duke in a second and just have it ready to go on the ground. I could put a whole line of Dukes out in a day. I mean, probably 100 in a day, no problem. But yeah, the Freedom brands are a little tougher. Oh man, duck hunting's a lot of fun. I've shot hundreds, and that's not even a joke, man. I did a That's mostly what I did growing up was duck hunting. I have shot so many birds. Oh, yeah, it can be frustrating too, though. Just like anything else, you get out there around the openers and stuff. And that's another thing. I didn't want to hunt this weekend because the opener. Every public waterway gets really dumb with hunters, and there are a lot of jerks that hunt just that one opening day. After that, it's a lot easier to get out and hunt your own little spots. So, oh, a whole lot of action, Scott. It's intense. It really is. I mean, I have had days where I have shot boxes of shells. It's nuts. Oh, it's something, John. It's really amazing. Really amazing. Um, yeah, see the that's I'm glad you mentioned that, John. When I was a kid, the guy that got me into duck hunting, he also bought me a book, and I'll never forget this. It was a book on how to identify waterfowl while they're in the air, and basically every page of the book was nothing more than wings. You couldn't see the bird; it was just the wings and how they look when they're wide open flying. And if it wasn't for that book, I wouldn't be near as good as I am nowadays. I can tell you almost every time what bird it is from 100 yards away. If it's coming in at us, I can almost always tell you what kind of duck that is out there. Even as far as figuring out hens from drakes, that can be difficult this time of year because a lot of the drake mallards, they're just still getting their colors in. They haven't, and it's not that they're young. It all has to do with molting. They haven't got their feathers all in yet. So I mean, you could have an adult old mallard drake that he might look like a hen right now. The main difference you look for this time of year is they'll have more brown on their chest. And they'll have a yellow beak. You look for that yellow bill instead of orange. The orange will be the hen. So yeah, it's something you gotta little things like that is what you gotta look for. And there are a lot of rules. But I mean, to me, it made it more fun. It gave me a lot of stuff to learn and a lot of things to do, and just kept me really busy. So camping in the rain. Oh man. Yeah, see, like I don't know, man. I want to be duck hunting right now hard, but I don't have the waterproof stuff to be out there doing it. And I don't want to get soaked because you get soaking wet out there on a day of duck hunting. You got to take your stuff back in, run it through the dryers a bunch, and try to take all your shells out of your pockets to do it. It's a chore. So, oh, I'm sure it did, Andre. I'm sure it did. Yeah. Yep. I mentioned earlier I was wiener dog sitting for Saturday, and while I was doing that, there was just a group of hunters up the way, and they were shooting a lot too. It sounded like a war zone too. Yep, Dukes are my favorite, man. They really are, hands down. Fur harvesters, yep, F&T. They are good people, Don, and I go there because I mean obviously it's close to me, but also they're friendly people. You can call up there and talk to Ralph and Sean on the phone. They're great about hooking you up. You can ask them any question you want; they'll answer it in a great way, and they're good people. So I agree with that, Bob. I do. In the back of the waterfowl guide, they do have something like that in the waterfowl guide, but to me, it's not enough. Not enough to teach people. I could look at that as a kid, and I wouldn't learn nothing from. I mean, it would tell you what feather to look for and all this in the waterfowl guide, but there wasn't enough information to teach me anything. Oh Jesus, $70 a box. No thanks, buddy. I've been buying. I mean, it's. I love the fact that prices are back down again on our steel because now I can go out and get a box of steel for $25. So something's going on tonight with my battery. I want to warn you guys now. If by some weird reason within the next 10 minutes the computer just shuts off, I'm gonna apologize because it just shot down to 30%, and it was at I started at 100, so there's no reason for that. Oh yeah, that's funny, Jake. I've had, I think my favorite incident with a turkey. I had a tom turkey actually clip me with his wing because when they're coming down off that tree, they kind of hover. They glide. They keep their wings out. Well, he was gliding down, and I'm in my tree stand trying not to move because they didn't know I was there. They were up. They always roost right behind me. Well, as he came down, his wingtip hit my arm, and I know what you mean. I about shot out of that tree stand. Boss ammo. I agree, Rodney. Boss is definitely the best. I can't afford it. That Boss stuff's expensive, but it is great. Yep. My buddy Dan, that's usually on here, he's not on tonight, but my buddy Dan, he's a Coast Guard guy, and that's what he shoots is that Boss ammo. He gave me some last year, and I really loved them. Huh? They had them here, Robin, for. I mean, they were in Lincoln for over a month because when I got my license for geese back in before September, they had them. So must have been late getting them to you guys or something. But they do have. They're trying to shy away from the waterfall guides altogether and fishing guides and all that because they now have apps, which I don't think it's going to work. I mean, sure, it's great. I use them, but not everybody does. There's a lot of people that I know are not tech savvy. They don't know how to download the app to their phone or might not even use a smartphone. A lot of old timers still use flip phones. So, that makes it tough. So hopefully they do still keep some literature out there for people that can't do that with their phones. Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, they'll hold tight until you get right on them. They'll freak you right out. Regular hunting guide out for like for deer. No, that's what I mean too, though. Yeah, the regular paper guide. They've had them up at Lincoln Outdoors Center since September. Did you guys just get them up that way, Lisa? Yeah, yeah, they had them. Lincoln had them back in September because I've had one on my truck's or van seat for ever since the goose opener. Wow. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder. I'll have to ask them how they got it so soon. That's very weird. Huh. Yeah, they got lucky too. Well, they buy a lot of the stamps. I don't know if you guys do, Lisa, but it's nice because they'll have the stamps in stock. Um, I like that because it's better than having to go to the post office. Oh yeah, yeah. You guys, well, I mean, you've got Newton's not far, and God, Newton's is that's. I tell everybody about that. That's like the duck capital, duck hunting capital of everywhere. Oh, you issue the e stamp. Okay, I gotcha. I think Lincoln probably went and bought a bunch from the post office or something because they had the regular stamps in there. Yeah, the DNR, they've been making so many. Well, I guess they've made a bunch of changes to a lot of things, like, and I don't like that either. Even the fishing guides. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but halfway through the season, they'll make a change, and you'll get it through email. But how are the people supposed to know that have the paper guide? I mean, that's not cool, And sure, maybe they said it on the news, but I know a lot of people don't watch the darn news, so that makes it tough. Huh? That's weird. Oh, I've gotten a lot of doubles, Johnny. A lot of doubles. Oh yeah. I've gotten doubles while goose hunting too. I've gotten triples while duck hunting. I mean, oh God, we've had I mean, there's been times that I've had rafts of ducks come in by the hundreds, and it's impossible to miss at that point. Oh, I love it. That's another reason why I want to do more duck hunting videos, because I have some crazy moments that I know you guys would like. Yeah, I hear you, John. Yep. I always try to keep one on me too. 37.50 a box. That ain't so bad. I didn't know they were made in Michigan either. That's pretty cool. I just knew my one friend, he must be friends with the owner or something, because he has a lot of the boss loads. He gets them. I'm pretty sure they donate them to him. So yeah, it's pretty awesome, Johnny. I have a lot of cool moments, and that is also tough. If you don't know your birds, if you have, let's say, you're only allowed one canvas back. If you have a whole flock, big raft of canvasbacks come in, I would not recommend unloading that gun, because that's and something that a lot of people don't realize too about duck hunting is that's federal law. It's not state so much as it is federal. So if you're out there and you shoot an illegal bird or have too many birds, you're dealing with federal offense and not just state. So it's a it's a pretty big deal. Yeah, I do not recommend duck hunting if you haven't taken the time to actually read the books and research. Research, research, research. I have a whole lot of bird books here at my house, and honestly, I enjoy every minute of learning about the birds, especially ducks. They're so interesting. There's so many cool birds out there. A lot of the diver ducks that we have around that are so beautiful, like a bufflehead or a golden eye, they actually nest in trees. I don't know how many of you knew that, but it's pretty interesting. Just like a wood duck, they'll nest in a tree. So I would sure love to see some golden eye babies pop out of a hole. Yeah, I agree, Rich. I agree. Yep, only allowed 3 shells. Yeah, I actually just I'm glad you mentioned that too. Yep, that's important. Every shotgun that you have, most shotguns, pumps especially, well, just about any shotgun, if it's got a semi-auto pump, will take 5 shells, but you have to have a plug in your gun. Plugs are not expensive. I just ordered one for my new gun. It's like $4. So they're not bad, but you have to have them because the DNR will check. They come up with this special tool that if your gun takes more than 3 shells, boom, you're hit. You can't do it. So, and it has to be steel. That's a given anymore. Um, Before I have to get off this evening, because it's not far from here and I'm at 20% on the battery, I want to let you guys know again my website, LToutdoorsLureCo.com. I have a sale going right now. You can get 20% off site wide on all the stuff, fishing, all my fishing lures and ice lures, all that stuff. Gets you 20%. There's no special code or nothing. You can go to the website. You'll see the new prices on there. I dropped it. I did it just so that I can try and get some money put together. I don't even have the money right now to get hooks to start tying more lures. So I really gotta get all that going. Same in Indiana. Yeah, it's mostly a federal thing. I've noticed federally a lot of the laws that we have in Michigan for waterfowl, they also work federally. So yeah. Nope, I won't be doing that, Jason. I don't even want an extra round. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I honestly hate myself when I hit that third round, because if I can't hit them with the first or second round, I, I don't need a third round. I really don't. I might do it next weekend, Jen. I think I will because I didn't think I'd have 50 people on tonight, but I did. So if there's a good amount of people on next weekend, I will auction it off next weekend. And it's a really good rod. It's like $130 rod or something. So you have a good night too, Jake. Thank you. And thank you, sis, for posting that. She just posted the link to my website. So if you guys want to check that out, there's also a lot of merchandise on that website. I make my own, you know, shirts. I design all my own stuff on there. So if you want to get into any of the LT Outdoor shirts or hats or any of that, um, most of that goes into Printful. They make that money. But I do recommend wearing them because it helps promote me and they look awesome. But also, you know, you get your ice fishing stuff right now for dirt cheap prices. So you're gonna want to get on that. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it, buddy. You have a good night too, Rob. Thank you. Awesome, Rich. That's cool, man. Can't beat that. Oh, that's cool, Rodney. Heck yeah. Hey there, Lewis. I'm actually getting ready to get off, buddy. Next weekend, though, Lewis, I'll be on at 8 o'clock. From now on, I'll be on at 8. For anybody that did not hear earlier, we will be 8 p.m. to 9 starting next weekend. So you'll start. I appreciate that, Kurt. I will remember that. Well, I'm at 15%. This battery. I hope my I hope my laptop ain't taking a junk on me. I'm gonna hop off of here, guys. I appreciate y'all. I hope you guys have a great week. I'm gonna try my best to get out and get some content going every day I can. We've got crap weather going on here all week, but I will do what I can to get out and get some stuff done because I got to get videos. Enjoy Wednesday's perch video. I think you will. It's pretty awesome with some huge perch. Have a good night. Hope you enjoy the rest of it, and I will chat with you guys next Sunday, 8 o'clock.